Welcome back to my channel. This is Let's Talk Raw. I am Brooklyn. A lot's been happening, and so I've kind of wanted to lay low. So I'm going to make this video a bit different. I haven't been this excited about a video in a long time. Stay where you are. I have the inside scoop for my friends in Los Angeles. If you don't know, I grew up there half my life. You guys, I have been frustrated with Meghan for a while. Now they're calling them the Harkles. I would love to know your point of view on the name Harkle. I mean, obviously I have mine. If this subject doesn't interest you, it does me. I hope you stick around. Speaking of interesting, I think this book's going to be quite telling. What do you think? By the way, can you guys subscribe, hit that like button, all that fun stuff. Here's a fact. She's throwing her best friend, otherwise known as the woman who's watched her child and introduced her to Harry, under the bus and distancing her publicly. What does it even mean, I'm distancing publicly? I don't even want to get, Jessica was apparently... Right? I don't want to get into race cards and who's this and who's that. I really don't. I'm none of that. I'm not about it. I also think Meghan saying she's going to distance herself publicly is just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, if it wasn't for Jessica, she wouldn't know Harry. She wouldn't be where she is. I'd love to hear from you, so any corrections or comments, leave them below. But the speed in which they went to Hollywood, to me, was just lightning fast. There was no reason to leave Canada. Hollywood's going nowhere. They could have stayed there. Look at this Cheshire smile on her face when she got her way. I find that quite telling and almost interesting. Almost. And also the before and after. Before and after Hollywood, and also early and later Harry. I find her beautiful before. What do you think? A friend of mine in LA had a pool party recently. They did not invite Meghan, Archie, and Harry. People ask me all the time, why don't you ask your friends? I don't, because I know that I'm trusted by my friends. I don't pry. But the fact that I said, no, I didn't invite her, like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I'm not, just, I don't really want to be around drama. One thing that I was told, she said, no, we just didn't want the paparazzi called. And I started laughing, and she said, you know what I mean. Case in point, paparazzi is not lurking at every corner in Los Angeles. These are very much staged, which means she had her PR or herself call them. What she means is that Meghan calls the paparazzi to come find you. So LA is not full of paparazzi. They're not all over the place like everybody thinks, okay? They used to stand outside the Ivy or Joseph's, certain places that they knew people would be certain nights. But they are not just hanging around Sunset Boulevard taking pictures. Like, they're not by the pink dot waiting to follow whose house the dread pink dot is. Like, this is the original pink dot on Sunset. Aren't they cute? I like visuals, so I wanted to show you one. It's like before they had all this Walmart Express and whatever. When I say pink dot, if they followed a car, if they followed a pink dot car, they'd probably end up at a celebrity's house. It's kind of a joke. Anyway, so they didn't want paparazzi called, and they didn't want to be a part of the show. And that said a lot to me, because at one point, Myers has a jewelry line. The wishbone pendant. I actually have this and wish I'd worn it during this post. So at Wimbledon, Meghan wore her earrings, and she actually posted her on her website, and that was very kind of Meghan. But as you can see, she was very commercial about it. She even put a picture of Meghan on her site. They don't invite her to the show, and that said a lot to me. Jennifer Aniston doesn't want to be part of the show. While keeping my friend private, her and Jennifer Aniston are very close. No, I do not know Jennifer Aniston. Basically, nobody wants to be part of the show. I said in a video, and I said this to my friend Chow, who just did a video too on Meghan. If they stay in the UK, then she means business. She's going to do this. She didn't bring the baby back to the UK after the age of 4 months. That freaked me out, because I know the custody laws in Europe are much stronger than they are in America. Also, I know that the Queen has some sort of custody rights to her grandchildren, particularly if they are in line for the throne, which obviously Archie is. He might be 6th or 7th, but he's still in line. I particularly think mothering has taken to her. I thought in the documentary, this is the first and only time I actually ever wondered if Meghan was really pregnant. I've had 4 children and never had a bump this big after having a baby. This is during the African documentary. I thought she seemed like a very loving mother. She looked amazing. This 1 year video, she seemed aggravated during the video, though this picture's cute. Rough day, I don't know. I was kind of like, oh, she's like, the baby said, Dada. Obviously, Harry was on the side of the camera. And she said, no, rabbit. Like, she didn't want him to say Dada, and he's over a year old. Like, he's gonna say mommy or daddy, and Harry had just said, oh, good boy, or whatever, and he said Dada, and she went rabbit. I mean, me as a mother, I'd be like, he's a dada, like, it's so cute. I don't know. I was just kind of shocked by that. Like, if you're going to be even like that with your child, like, you can't say dada, you have to say mama publicly instead of dad. I was kind of like, I don't want to, I just look. Anyways, because it's a very sensitive climate right now. The just come out horny thing. The thing that I'm pissed about the most is that Meghan said she was distancing herself in public from her. I didn't feel that statement helped the BLM movement. I didn't feel that statement was good as a friend. I just think altogether it was just a shitty thing. Just like, what? Publicly? So you're going to talk to her privately, and you didn't address Black Lives Matter. You didn't address what you're mad at her about in the first place, because you don't even know. That's sort of what I got off of it. For Meghan Markle struggles to forgive Jessica Mulroney, who knows? Editing this is going to be a biatch. Also on a time crunch because my husband has to go, so the baby is going to be all up in my grill. I think they're near extensions. I'm going to pull my hair back. He's got to pull it back because he's going to be all up in it. I don't have to pull it back yet. Here's the thing. I have a friend who's an editor at Us Weekly, and Meghan goes out of her way to call, she's got 3 PR companies to make sure she's in the news somewhere. YouTube news, royal news. Case in point, does this look like a private life she wanted to you? Or CNN Online. This is CNN Online. I want to know your thoughts. It was the border of coronavirus. She had to get her ass to LA. Bad timing on coming to LA. You should have stayed in Canada for the coronavirus and then come to LA. You can't do shit anyway. Don't look so mad. Hollywood's not going anywhere, I promise. Right? Just saying. What are your thoughts on this book coming out? What are your thoughts on the fact that she's trying to be in this, this big movie star when she had made a commitment to the royal family? Do you think it's fair that she just says, never mind, I'd rather be an actress than do what I said I was going to do? Do you think Harry is a part of it? I think Harry is like, oh, fuck. I think Harry had no clue how far she was going to go. I think Canada was one thing, and once he'd already made his decision, she brought up Los Angeles. This is what I'm hearing from friends. What she had hoped for, like the one who didn't invite her to the pool party. So her moving to Los Angeles upset a lot of people, because it was like, people had said to her, don't do that. Don't tear Harry from his military world. Don't tear Harry from his family. His grandfather's dying. Just give it a couple more years. Give it a couple more years. Kate Middleton, she had paparazzi up her butt for like 7 years, okay? They didn't start liking her until like a year into the marriage, when they knew that she was there for the right reasons, right? Same with Diana. Meghan didn't have it half as hard. I mean, she was on the freaking Rural Express first month of everybody knowing that her and Harry were together. I was like, I've got to say something, and I want to know what people think, because it's, yes, I'm going to get some that are going to be like, oh God, just don't worry about it. Worry about your own life. No shit, right? But there's not a lot going on in my own life right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. Being from Los Angeles, and so is she, and also living in Europe, so I've done both. I know what the royal family means in both places, and yes, it's more important in Europe for sure. There's a lot more history. It goes back. It's like strong roots, and like, it's hearty, right? It's like a hearty comfort food in Europe, right? Here it's like, oh wow, that's so cool, yeah. So I know that she knew who he was, and that was a load of bull crap. I know that her going to California, it just makes zero sense. Isn't love enough? Isn't raising your son enough? Like, it's summer in Canada. It's not, if she wants to stay, she doesn't like the cold, then wait till it gets cold in Canada, then move to California, or winter home, because she hates the cold. I mean, there's other ways to have done it that aren't so, she did the elephant movie, and it was like, she felt like she had to hurry up and do it. She's very impulsive. And that's very common of a manipulative personality. I know, because I've been there myself, of narcissism and manipulation, self-entitlement, all these things. And it was from being raised in a town like Los Angeles, and being given certain privileges, which she wasn't given, so I can't wait for that. But it is very easy to get used to a lifestyle very quickly and expect it for the rest of your life. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Leave your comments. Editing this is going to be a bitch, but I'm going to do the best I can. But it's just, the whole Jennifer Aniston thing, I do believe that she is emailing, getting her PR to do everything they can to, so when quarantine is over, when life begins again, as it is starting to now, that she's got a place so that her move to Los Angeles isn't in vain. The thing is, though, if she wants a private life and in a warm climate or whatever, it's not in vain. She has a beautiful family. She has a husband, a son. But if you're trying to get privacy, Los Angeles is the last place to move, because even though paparazzi isn't everywhere, as I stated before, they're a lot easier to call. I'm Brooklyn, this is Let's Talk Raw. Leave your comments, let me know what you think below, bad, good, in between. Push that like button, push subscribe, and I hope to talk to you. Also, you can always email me at brotherbrooklyn@gmail.com if you are going through loneliness or any type of low. You know that I've been there, and I've been struggling with it myself, and lots of lack of motivation. You know that you can always email me, and we get in touch, and we can have a understanding and a relationship and get to know each other, and then you won't feel as lonely. So I hope that I can do that for you. I have over 70 people that I talk to now that I consider people that I care about and that are friends, and we do keep in touch on a regular basis, and I'm happy to say that we've helped each other through this crazy time. So I hope to be able to be there for anybody who is struggling with loneliness, because that can bring upon relapse, depression, lowness, if you just had a breakup, and there's just a ton of things. So hit me up, let me know your name, let's get to know each other. Most importantly, you are beautiful, you're amazing, you are enough. And even though I'm kind of gossipy about the situation, I do get very butthurt over it because it makes me mad, only because I think Harry was vulnerable and I think he needs to be near his family. I also don't like that the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh, him dying and Harry not being there. I think that's absolutely horrible, everything they've done for him, and they're a close-knit family. It's not like a family who doesn't talk to each other. They're very close. For Meghan to pull him away from his family, and I find that to be so selfish. I just wish she would have given it a few more years and let things unfold the way they should have, not be so impulsive and me. Because now he's in California. He doesn't know what's going on with his family. He's forgive the baby in the background. Like I've said, his grandfather's dying. The Duke of Edinburgh, and Queen Elizabeth is not far behind, unfortunately. God, I thought she'd live forever. I was hoping. I really loved her. I love her. And William and Kate, I mean, I know William must miss his brother, right? They've been through so much together, and I just feel that it is so common for a relationship that controlling, which is a form of abuse, they pull you away from their family as far as possible. And boy, did she go as far as she could. She literally went almost around the entire world. But tell me what your thoughts on that. It was kind of like, where do I start? Where do I go with this? But thank you so much for being here again. To all the things. I'll talk to you soon. Later, skaters. Well, audition I didn't go to that I was asked to go to was to Burnett, and they were asking for all types. So you saw no deal or no deal, whatever it was. I didn't go to the audition. However, I went to a Budweiser audition, and I forget what year it was, a long time ago, and she was in the room. So we met and we've spoken. I've said that in videos before. I didn't have a problem with her. I didn't know anything much about her. I thought she was beautiful, whatever. And she did decently, and that's great. But she didn't do well enough to move to Hollywood and expect the things that she's expecting when it comes to Jennifer Aniston blocking Meghan Markle's plans to be in the new Plan B movies, because and I get this, dude. There's actors that have worked their butts off to get where they are. I mean, how would you like it if you worked your butt off to get into the NBA, and then the guy who owns the team just lets his son in because he can shoot a ball, like, kind of? No, there's no kind of when you're doing like Plan B, like big time blockbusters, right? Please excuse the background noise. It's quarantine kind of still, and everybody's here. Pleasant summer. So, if this subject doesn't interest you, it does me. I hope you stick around. And if the subject doesn't interest you, please leave in the comments what subjects do. There's a lot been going on. The Micah Surfer story, I think it's been played out, so I didn't want to talk about it, but I was yelling and screaming at the effing TV because I was so pissed. I want Huxley. I'm so angry at that situation. I even saw her mention, thank God he doesn't have a brain tumor. That pissed me off because my daughter had a brain tumor. 2 actually, and 3 brain surgeries, and like, she's blind. She's 3/4 blind, more than partially. Or you give her to somebody because it's hard for her to get around sometimes. I mean, no. Okay? It's another story. So you guys, as far as this Meghan Markle, I was all about it at first. I think she's beautiful. I think Harry needed love. I couldn't wait to see the baby. I couldn't wait to see him have a family. So all the things that Meghan should have been posting about were Archie and their family together, doing things together. But yet it was still all about her. So the things that they wanted her to post about, what Kate does, and I know that she hates being, they both hate being compared to each other, but I'm sorry, but Kate's always posting about her and the kids, or taking the kids here and doing this, and she never posts Archie, which I think is odd. Also, there's a number of red flags for me. One, when she didn't know who Harry was, when she had been in front of the Buckingham Palace as a teenager. Please excuse my voice, I still have allergies. Also, and I'm raspy, get over it. Also, it's just the whole thing just makes me mad. Also, you don't want to go in front of a window wing, and you want to be different. You want to be different. Okay, get it. You want to be different. Whatever. Fine. But why are you hiding him so much? Now, unlike lots of people on the internet, I do believe that's their child. How we got here, I don't care. He looks exactly like both of them. He's got Meghan this and Harry that, and it's definitely their child. So I don't believe all that hype. How we got here, surrogate-wise, whatever, I don't know. I had a baby at 38. I got pregnant the first cycle with my son, James, who you guys see a lot of. He was in my last video. I got pregnant the first cycle. So, and I've had babies from 18 to 37 when I got pregnant. I was 38 when I had them. So I know you can get pregnant at that age. So, and my sister had a baby at 40. So whatever. But I don't care how he got here. I don't like being lied to if that's how he got here, but I don't care. He's adorable and he's here. What I don't like is that she is making everything about her and not sharing the royal baby, because he is seventh in line. And I do love tradition. And I know some are going to be like, let them live their life. Da, da, da. The thing is, though, is that's great if she was just living her life, but she's not. She's living her life vicariously through being Harry's wife. So being Harry's wife means being part of the royal family. Okay, Philip is dying. Elizabeth is not far behind. Queen Elizabeth, excuse me. I'm sorry, forgive me for that, because I believe in the monarchy so much. And also, can I say this? This is coming from someone who lived in Los Angeles for half her life, moved there when I was 15, and then I lived in Germany for 13 years, and also England and Italy. So this is coming from, I was in Croatia also for not a year, but less than a year. But I've been all over the world, lived there, so I know what the royal family means, and so did she. Okay.